Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. I took in some consideration of some critiques I've learned along the way. Like, I don't really introduce myself. I don't like to waste anybody's time, and I don't like my time wasted. So I get straight to the point, maybe too to the point sometimes. So I would like to introduce myself. I am a twin flame. I am divinely guided. How I view myself as is the Empress, just divine. I don't know how to because I wouldn't, a lot of society words and views I don't really associate myself with. I am just a human being. I am just a soul having a human experience. You get what I'm saying? I'm spiritually guided. I'm spiritually led. I am a twin flame. I do know how to read tarot. I do have different gifts. I know how to read tarot. I know how to do a lot of energetic things. I know how to decipher the Bible. I know how to do a lot of things, and it's not bragging rights. It's just a basics of who I am. I've been on this journey for you could say about a little under 10 years, maybe 8 years, maybe 7. But really, let's be honest, I've been in it my whole life, not consciously. You know what I mean? So subconsciously I've been on it my whole on this journey my whole life. Sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. But I would like to say that in this video I do fight against a lot of, that's why my videos don't come as steady is because I am going through divine testing. The devil petitioned to test me, and not only did the devil petition to test me, there are lies, there are all kind of things spirit let me be aware of that's going on. 10 things going on at one time, and they try to pull me in all different directions to keep me off my divine path, to keep me from making these videos, to keep me off my twin flame journey, to keep me being distracted. And sometimes the distractions are good. Sometimes God want me to be distracted simply because sometimes the journey gets a little too much, and you have to shift your perspective in order to shift your energy. You know what I'm saying? So he did give me a little bit of a break with this place that I went to. I'm not going to speak too much on this place because right now I do not have a permanent address, and that is divinely guided, whether people want to believe that or not. A lot of people are looking at the situation and things that I'm going through, but it all will work out for my good, and it all will work out for the greater good of all. That's what God told me. So a lot of people think I'm not being discerning, but a lot of times God allow you to, let me just put it the way that it was given to me. The only way out is through. So it's not like you cut corners to do this or do that. There's so many people that's doing energetic work against me. The only way out is through. And I'm not crazy, dumb, stupid, or slow. I'm not any of those things. So why would I fight against someone who wants me to do bad, whatever God has for me is going to be done regardless. You may delay me, you may slow me down a little bit, but that's the karma that you reap for yourself. Because if I'm doing my divine mission, no matter how you don't want me to do it, or how you trying to keep me from whatever I'm divinely guided to do, you building up that karma for yourself. And you building up that karma for you got to understand what you do in this life here determines what you do in your next life, where you go, who you be, what energy you're born into. You have to take that into consideration. A lot of times I take that in consideration because, let's be honest, I don't want to be on planet Earth all the time. I don't want to come back to this planet. I don't want to come back to the suffering. I don't want to come back to this. You know, I'm gonna graduate and I'm gonna be in, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be on another plane. Like, stop playing with me. Like, I'm gonna simply be on another plane. And people want to say, oh, I'm crazy. They love the devil. When you are highly, and you have high ideas and concepts, and you're divinely guided, a lot of people want to call you crazy, but the same people that call you crazy or mock you, laugh at you, but turn around and do the same thing you do, and put the knowledge that you have, they'll present it as they did it themselves. A lot of people try to accuse me of that, and that's not what I do. If I get some information for someone, I say, oh, you probably heard this before, because I don't remember which information or where, because I've been on life for 36 years. Like, it could have come from anywhere. But if I do remember, I will say that I will give that person the credit. But a lot of times people get confused with words. Like somebody can say a sentence or a word and they be like, oh, that come from that person, when actuality another person got it from that person, and that person didn't, and they just made it popular. So you have to be careful with what you talk about, homage and all this, because sometimes some people steal from other people, and they steal from other people, and they copy and mimic someone else because their platform is bigger and they know they can make a big spot. And I'm not hating, I'm just saying that's how. So with that homage stuff, a lot of people get that misconstrued, because sometimes you don't know what be going on, what people do behind closed doors. So you want to be very mindful, and if you're divinely guided supposedly, or if you really want to know the truth, dig a little deeper. Stop being so surface, and you'll see, like, oh, because it's a whole, the devil or twists, or devil minded people will twist things so it'll seem one way and it'll be another way, and you be saying, oh, I'm love and light, but you be working against love and light, but you claim that you're from that tribe, or that's what you're in, that God mindset. But are you really? Because you have to tap in, and if you're not leveling up, then you can't tap into that energy because you're still stagnant. So the devil still can come in and confuse you because you're still stagnant. A lot of times people think they're confusing me. It's only for a moment, but once the divine show me what's going on, that's on you. One thing I know about myself and about people, what people do to me is a reflection of them. How I respond is a reflection of me. And even in that, there's levels to that situation. So if you constantly come against me, or you constantly got people, what is it about me that you don't like, that you have to get a gang of people for one person? I'm only one individual. Why does it take a multitude or a gang of people for one person if I'm not divinely guided? If I'm not so special, and I don't consider myself special, but like, it's a gang of people. People actually stalk me. People actually record me. People actually keep up with my whereabouts. Like, why? Why is it important to you? If I'm not that important, if I don't have a big purpose in this world, why stalk me? I'm waiting. Why follow me? Why do these things? Why does it take a gang of people? Why? What I've learned from this present situation, and trust me, I'm gonna give you reviews on places and people, in this situation that I've been in. I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna do a whole video, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, my honest experience on every facility, place, state, and places I've been. I take notes. I'm gonna give you guys my honest experience with that place. I'm gonna give you the names of the places. I'm gonna give you everything that you need to know. And I'm going to be very open with you guys. But God says it's not the time yet. So, what I was saying, yeah. Why stalk me? Why keep up with my whereabouts if I'm not so special, if my destiny is not so special? Why worried about what I do? People who don't matter, so to speak, because everybody matters in my book. Everybody counts. Even if you're evil, you count because you have some type of purpose, even if it's a low level purpose. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But if I was this basic individual, or this basic person that in this, and they mean it when it was said to me, it was meant in a derogatory way. Why is you worried about who I talk to? Why is you worried about what I do? Why is you worried about what I think? Why is you worried about my spirituality, what I write, my prayers? Like, why is you worried about all of that? And why even take my information, use it, and pick at it or whatever, dissect it? Why? Why does it even tickle your fancy? Why are you even attracted to anything that I do, say, hear, write, whatever, manifest? Why does it matter to you so much? And I'm speaking to the individuals that's against me and the people that's for me. Like, Why? I want everybody to check themselves. Like, check yourself. Like, check yourself. Like, I check myself daily. I process at the end of the night, or whenever I am led to, or whenever I get that personal time to myself, I check myself daily. Jesus checked himself daily. So why do I matter to you so much? I don't care if it's positive or negative. Why? In the why, you find out something about you. You know what I'm saying? Even the people that I relate to, I ask myself, like, why am I attracted? Like, what's the meaning of this? What's the purpose? Why am I here? When it matters so much that, you know what I mean, that I even resonate with it, or I'm like, dang, that ain't for me. Like, why is it not for me? This is what I call people who are intelligent versus people who are not intelligent. Just, surface people, just breeze by life. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, you are who you are. Intelligent people tend to think about things more in-depthly. And I'm not going to say they always make the best decisions, but intelligent people think. They use the tool that's up here. They think. So, I really want to share you guys with this facility I was just in, because it really was an eye-opener. And it be faith-based people that want to control you. It's just like, if these people came, I'm just going to be honest, I'm not going to name the facility right now. It was a drug and treatment facility, but I knew it was a drug and treatment facility, but I'm not on drugs. I don't do drugs. Let me say this. I'm not addicted to any type of drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't have to have drugs. I don't have to have weed. I don't have to do anything. I try to stay as balanced as I can on my own. Just using high frequency music, just using high vibrational music, meditating, and just being more in tune on a positive note. You get what I'm saying? And just try to share my life and my divinity positively. These people were all, I don't want to say that, because I can be very blunt. These people have abused drugs in some form, way, alcohol, drugs, something, and they were in this program. And how I got referred to this program was just a resource that's available to everybody, and they referred me to this program, and I was wondering why. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But when I got into this program, these people, you have to relinquish your belongings to this establishment in order to be in this establishment. They stole from me. Not only did they steal from me, they went in my information, they invaded my privacy, and then they wanted me to only solely depend on them for everything, which goes against the very grain of who I am. Like, they want you, and then the way the program is set up, it's a beautiful program for who needs it, but from my experience of what they did to me, they stole from me, they lied to me. Even their what they call clients, their client staff or whatever, which is crazy to me. They let them go into my personal items. They did all this, and it don't make sense to me. And then they use this faith-based approach, what they call faith-based. In the name of Jesus, they did it, and this is scary, because it not only when they don't like someone, or someone is too enlightened or too godly for them, their whole thing was because I wasn't mentally ill. So they found my daughter's paperwork, which my daughter is autistic. I don't deny that. And then my daughter I had a pamphlet from the place where my daughter had to go. She had to go through a mental health thing to get to a referral for her autism. And they didn't know that. They think they put that on me, not knowing that I have medication, I have proof, I have hospital papers to back up what I'm saying. I have everything to back up what I'm saying that is my daughter, and they try to make me mentally ill because at first they're going to be, how you know all that? How you know all that? And then not only did they do that, now they turn around and using the same information, the same knowledge that I gave them, that I freely gave them, and I talked to them. They treated me like garbage and said I was crazy. Now they're teaching this same information. Now, all of a sudden, they're the inventors of this information. Now, it don't bother me, but how can you treat somebody like that and then go around and use the information? You treated them like they were insane. How can you do that? In the name of Jesus, they did it. But they got mad at me basically because I wasn't on drugs. I have never been on drugs. I have used drugs before. I'm not even gonna lie, but I have never been addicted to drugs. You know what I'm saying? I never did nothing hardcore drug. I didn't do no hardcore drugs, and that's just bottom line. They were upset about that, and then they were upset that I wasn't mentally ill, or they saw some paperwork in my bag instead of respecting my privacy. It was paperwork for my daughter. It was just a handbook of the facility that my daughter was in, and they used that information against me to try to say that it was me. They didn't even take the time out to say, and they know my daughter's autistic, so the drugs beat their mind up so bad that they couldn't make the connection to the two, that my daughter's autistic and she do have sometimes mental health crisis. They couldn't take that into consideration. They just wanted it to be me. They wanted something, because I'm after I've cleaned up my toxic cycles and stuff, and I'm still cleaning out some of them, this new beginning has already happened for me, and it's already happening for me. It may not happen the way that you think that it was going to happen, and people like, oh, all this money. When people preach about, oh, you're going to get all this money, oh, you're going to buy a new car, I be very, very mindful of people who, it's for a moment you get excited, but I be very mindful, like, but what comes with it? If you don't work hard for what you get, you're not going to appreciate it. So why would I want you to hand it to me? Why would I want you to preach or give a message that's not true? Oh, you gonna have this? I am gonna have this, but I'm gonna work hard to get this. I'm not stupid. I'm not slow or dumb, and I don't mind putting in hard work, and I don't mind being intelligent with my work. Intelligent people work smart, not hard. And people don't like when you on a level of being spiritually, mentally, that they're not on, or they feel like they can't reach, so they start to nitpick. They start to try to pull you down. But one thing I would not do is not be quiet anymore. And when it's time, when Spirit give me the okay for me to make the video on these places, because I'm gonna have a video that I'm gonna name each place and each state that I've been to that helps homeless and that does what they do for people. I'm gonna name it, and I'm gonna put it out there so you guys can know, and I'm gonna tell you my personal experience. And I have some video footage from certain places. I know I can't post it, but I'm letting you know it's not something I made up or pulled out my butt. I actually went through it, and I thank God for putting me in this humbling situation and into this situation, because a lot of times I look at a lot of homeless people, and I still would give them like $1 or $2 or this or that, food or whatever, but it never dawns on people what that dollar gonna do for that person. They gonna be thankful because, okay, it's better than nothing, but what that dollar gonna do for that person? What a sandwich gonna do for that person at just a moment in time? People need more than a sandwich. People need more than $1. People need more than just, oh, some fake love, or here, let's do this for a video. You get what I'm saying? So my daughter's in here with me right now, so you have to excuse her. So at the end of the day, I am very humble, and I am very grateful to go through this situation and God allow me to be a vessel for the people that can't really tell their truth, because I'm not afraid. I'm not so, no, because I depend on God for everything. And if God don't touch your heart to do for me, then that's fine. That's okay. Because at the end of the day, only love is real. So if you're not coming from love, and you can be in that false light being, meaning you coming from your devil side, but you trying to put on God attributes, he see you. It's only a matter of time. That's your karma. I don't spend too much time on those type of people simply because it's pointless. They already doomed. They serving their purpose. So if you want to be a low vibrational being and so you serve a purpose in that way, that's totally fine. Many are called, but few are chosen. Meaning few answer the call. That's your choice. I'm not hating on you for that. Just like the people that abuse drugs got mad at me because I made the choice not to abuse drugs. Not that I don't have any sympathy or empathy for them, but you can't get mad at someone for making a decision that you feel is better or make you feel less than. You have to understand and rise to the occasion. Everybody has a different path. And a lot of these low vibrational people, only reason I'm speaking on because it's a cluster of them and they're everywhere. Everybody don't abuse drugs. Everybody don't turn to drugs to fix their problems. I turned to spirituality, and that's my story, and that's what it is. Like I could have turned to drugs. I could have chose that path, but I didn't. And for the people who was forced to do drugs, I'm so sorry for you. I do have empathy for that. But for the people that I've seen a lot of people that do drugs. Yeah, that we had trauma. A lot of people. I've been raped. I've seen a lot of people been raped. I'm not excusing your pain, but this is the season God is separate the weak from the tare, the weak from the strong, the wheat from the tare, the weak from the strong. He's separating it. And if me being a diamond and reflecting who you are is going to help you to be a better person, then cool. That's who I'm here to be. That's my divine purpose. That's part of my divine purpose. I do not fight against that. But what you will not do is spread false lies. What you will not do is get away with making godly people look like they're crazy when they're godly, when they're divine, when they have gifts. That's what you will not do. See, I'm a person that speaks up. I speak up. You know what? Speaking up is part of self-love. I'm not saying you have to put it all out there on the table, but for the people that's in these situations, I've seen some people that was in the same situation and get treated like less than nothing, and these are why people kill themselves. And it had nothing to do with nothing that the person did. It's just they didn't like the person, or the person that didn't do drugs, or the person did do drugs, or the person have spiritual gifts and they don't even know they have spiritual gifts, but the other person recognizes it and they don't want nothing to do with that person. It's a really crazy world out here. Because I was in my because I had traveled some places before leaving Florida, but it was like only a couple of places. But now that I've broadened my horizons, I see why people do the things that they do. I see why a lot of good people do bad things, because you force them to. They don't have to. You don't have. They don't want to. They have to. And when you corner somebody into a situation, let's just be honest. Survival kicks in, and I understand that. I pride myself on being balanced, not controlling. Not, you got to do what I say. This program was so controlling to the point where they knew I didn't do drugs, and they still, they even went harder on me because I didn't do drugs. How? And what? We live in the upside down. That's why I say we live in the upside down. And what? It's so many people that here in the state that I am in, Arizona, and I'm not bashing nobody for doing drugs. Do what you wish, but if you have an addiction, you should go seek help. Do what you need to do. But I'm talking for the people that purposely these people that abuse drugs, that purposely go hurt other people, and they call themselves healed. How do you call yourself healed? Or I've been 4 years sober. How you been 4 years sober, but you still doing? You chose one addiction for another addiction. You chose leaving alcohol to abuse someone. You chose stop snorting cocaine, then just being inhumane to other people. You chose to not feel. And we all know what I teach what God shows me, you're demonic. You're demonic. The more things you do against humanity, even for yourself, even against your own humanity, the more things you do against humanity, the more demonic you come, the more karma you got to deal with, the more evilness that you got to put up with, because it's your own evilness that return back to you. They return back to you. We all have to pay a karmatic debt when we come here. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't care what baby born in this world, they're going to become an adult if they live that long enough. They're going to have to pay a karmatic debt. We all have to pay that price to live on this planet, to be reincarnated on this planet, or to be born on this planet. Let me put it in a more term that you can grasp. To be born on this planet, that's the karmatic debt you have to pay. I had to pay my karmatic debt before I awakened. Huh? It's just the way things go. Either it's going to make you weak or it's going to make you strong. It depends on your choices, how your soul is operating. Are you listening to your higher self? Are you listening to your spirit guides? It's just as simple. Are you willing to say, hey, I'm going to change my ways? Repent, what the Bible say. Hey, I don't want to do that no more. Hey, I don't want to be that toxic person no more. Hey, I don't want to keep reliving these toxic cycles. I don't really keep this behavior pattern up. I want to be different. It takes something within yourself for you to want that for yourself. And it's not a lot of people put on for other people. A lot of people really don't care about you like that. People really don't care about you like that. Not for real. No, most people out here are surface, and if they're not surface, they're awakening, which high five to you. And then if they are a spiritual being, you better thank God that you're around somebody that's like that, because some spiritual people, they're still haven't cleaned out this. They just know a little bit about spirituality, and they still haven't cleaned out their toxic cycles. Because if the world was as healed or as balanced as they say it would, it wouldn't be so many homeless people. It wouldn't be so many heartless people. It wouldn't be so much people that's in love with money. And I don't mean like, oh, it's a sin to love money. No, I mean to the point where you put money above humans, above humanity. Huh? That's what I mean. To mean that you would rather see somebody homeless and on the streets. Like this lady told me, they took the rent from, I don't know how true it was, but it's a story that she told me, that they took the rent. This lady was on Social Security. They took, her rent was $480 a month. They took the rent from $480 a month and made it $1,000 more. So they basically made the woman homeless out of greed for money. And the lady had been in that apartment for like over, what she said, 12 years. Over 12 years. It's a lady, I don't know her. I know her name, but I'm not going to say her name. But it was a lady that was doing one of my intake appointments. And that's what it was. And it's sad. Like, you rather see somebody homeless than at least help her find a place. At least give her a place to stay. Like refer. It's other ways you could go about that. But people like, nope, you got to find your way. And she's elderly. That's what I'm talking about. The lack of compassion. I mean, you could do what you want with your property. That's not an issue. But whatever you do to another human being, you got to pay for it. I don't care who you are, you got to pay for it. Whether you do it spiritually or physically, you got to pay for it. You do. It's the rules. Ain't no way around it. Even if you did it unintentionally or intentionally. I did something to some people and I was just awakened. It was very unintentional. But I still had to learn the lesson, like, hey, you hurt that person. Hey, you did that. And you know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, I want to do this and I'm just going to be evil. No, it was like, dang, I didn't know I was that toxic. You know what I mean? I didn't know I was toxic in that way. You get what I'm saying? It was that kind of situation. It's not like, oh, I'm going to do this to you because I can. No, it was nothing like that. It was me awakening and not knowing who exactly I was. I had an idea, but I wasn't awakened to the point where I knew who exactly I was at that point. And so sometimes we hurt people in that because we bleed old people. Now, once I knew that I did that, it helped me to better. I wanted to be better. I'm like, oh, I didn't want to do that no more. I don't want to hurt that person like that no more. I don't want to hurt nobody like that no more. So I start to be better. People think new beginnings are like, oh, I'm going to get $1 million in the bank. Oh, I ain't got to work hard no more. are. No, you still got to do what you no, it's not. I mean, and if you do get a new beginning like that, God bless you. You must have done something great, or somebody praying for you. That's wonderful. But 9 times out of 10, it don't work like that, especially in this society. Especially, people are not just being humane no more. They're not. It's very, and everybody do it for the camera. Everybody do it for a laugh. Everybody do. Oh, this person is going through this. Everybody do it to have something to be entertained about or talk about. Me, one thing about me, I don't care what people say about me. Well, I mean, I care to an extent, but when it comes down to my divine purpose and God take me through a thing, it is what it is. And it ain't what it ain't. I didn't expect when I left Florida for it to be peachy. I didn't expect what I went through here, but God told me everybody is not going to understand your path, your decisions. They're not gonna, but know that I guided you. Know that I got you. And in every situation, somebody wish me evil. Every situation, because I'm divinely protected. Every situation, God handled me because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm divinely guided and led. And I don't say it from an egotistic standpoint. I say it because I know thyself. I know myself. I check myself. I do better every day. I don't go out and wish nobody harm. Just like one of my kids took something out of the store, and they automatically say, I steal. I haven't stole since I was under the age of 18. I don't steal. And that was only I was forced to by a guardian of mine. I don't steal. I don't feel the need to steal because God provides everything for me. It's just so many lies floating around. I have an autistic child, and sometimes she wet herself. Now they just make up so many petty, nasty rumors. Just like they claimed that somebody was doing some kind of something on a video and pretending that it was me. Newsflash, I've been with the same person for the last 3 years, and 2 years before then, my baby daddy and the individual I was dealing with for 5 years, I just left. Huh? 2 people in the last 5 years. So play with me. I don't sit up and make recordings and sexual stuff that I do. That's not what I do. So all this craziness that's going on, it's just people trying to derail me from my divine path, they don't like my destiny. My destiny is huge. Let's just be honest. My destiny is huge. They seen what my destiny looked like, and they are jealous, and they trying to derail me at every point. But God already knew this. You get what I'm saying? He already knew this. Huh? He already knew this. People think like, I'm just gonna be gifted something at one time. Boom. The joke's on you. Anything that you're gifted, you have to work for. And if I'm gifted something, it's already within me. I already got it. You can't take what God gave me. Only you can take a portion of this physical stuff, but you can't take gifts from no one. No. Only gifts that can be taken if you got to be special individual to be able to get somebody gift, and somebody have to be abusing their gift. They got to have been meant for greatness and to be awakened, and they went evil, and God started striping their gifts away. And it's not that God stripped it away. It's that person gave it up by being demonic, because we are all God's creature. We are all created out of love. And if you're not living in love and light, and you're created to awaken, and you are a starseed, and you start being evil, oh yeah, he's not finna let you destroy. God is not stupid. He's not finna let you destroy his people. He just not. And I'm out. I know it's a long video, but I had to get what I had to get off my chest. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't.